Okay, we'll do Christmas. But we're gonna do it our way.
Every year we joke about leaving our Halloween stuff out till Christmas, you know, just throwing some Santa hats on skeletons or whatever. But this year we realized that is not the worst idea.
So we have this theory, right? Santa is a wizard. Look, he's got a pointy hat, he hangs out with elves just like Gandalf does, and clearly he does magic. So it would totally make sense for him to have a portal to the North Pole.
It just so happens we have a giant portal. We made one last year. We used foam to make it look like real stone, and we put a projector in the back to create amazing effects with it.
So here's the plan. We're gonna decorate our portal for Christmas. We're gonna make a new projection video that's a whole lot more festive. And we're gonna go into detail about projectors, video editing, how we hung the fabric, and a whole lot of other stuff that wasn't in the original portal video.
Ready to do this?
Ho ho yeah! What really makes this project fun is the projection itself. So if you don't want to build a massive stone portal, you can do the same effect in a doorway or a window or even like a simple plywood cutout. If you are interested in building your own stone portal, we have a whole video that details how that goes together. But just to recap, here's a 15-second build montage.
So the heart of this project is your projector. If you don't already have one, there's a few things you need to look out for when picking one. The first thing you want to look for is the native resolution of the projector. Just like your TV, projectors are going to come in a lot of different resolutions, and you generally want it to be higher, like 1080p for example. You might be surprised to hear though that the one we used on our Dark Portal is not even HD. It's pretty low resolution, but it still works pretty well because it's very, very bright, which is the second thing you got to look out for. Inside every projector, there's a light bulb, and the brightness of that bulb is measured in what's called lumens. The standard for measuring them is called ANSI lumens, and that's what you want to look for when you get a projector. You want one that's at least 300, and that's going to be bright enough for basically all of your digital decorations. But the higher the number, the better. Next, you've got your throw ratio, which is basically how far this projector needs to be from your screen to get a particular size. If you don't have a lot of space to work with, they make something called short throw projectors, which make it so that you don't have to put this very far at all, and it will still give you a huge image. So you have a lot of options, but that is something you want to consider. Finally, you want to look at how you're actually going to play your video. So some projectors actually have built-in video players, and all you got to do is stick like a USB drive right into the back and it will just play. Other projectors might not. In this case, we had to run an HDMI cable. All this thing really does is display the video, and we have to actually supply that video from something else like a laptop or a phone. If you do have that kind of projector, these little Sprite media players are awesome because all you got to do is plug your USB thing into this. HDMI cable goes right to your display. Easy. The best thing about these is they're super small and they're easy to hide, so you don't have to worry about anybody stealing them or anything like that.
If you want to learn more about all the technical specs of projectors, we have a link to a great article in the description below. We have our projector squared away. It's time to make our video. Now we're going to show you how we made the video for our portal. If you're doing this yourself, you can make it as easy or as complicated as you want. But if you don't want to do any editing, we're going to make this video available on our Patreon. So if you're interested, check it out.
So we do a lot of video editing because we make videos. We're going to use Adobe Premiere because it's what we're comfortable with using, but there's a bunch of free software out there you can use. There's one called HitFilm. There's DaVinci Resolve is a great one. There's iMovie. There's a lot of free options you can use, and most of the concepts are pretty much the same thing. So anything we show you in this video, you can do yourself with free software. So we already built something. We're going to show you how we did it.
The vision for this video. We start with a magical summoning snowflake.
This snowflake
opens up the portal. The portal is a wormhole with snow and like it looks like the Northern Lights. So we're going through there.
It's snowing in the portal.
Of course. And we land on the North Pole.
And Santa Claus, of course.
Yes, Santa slides by. And then we end with just this peaceful, serene, snowy scene that can be looped.
There's loads of stuff you could do with this. For example, if you don't want a winter wonderland, you could do something else. So I'll show you what we did here. Some animations from atmoseffects.com, for example. All the stuff we used is in the description below, so you can check it out. But you could really play any type of video you wanted in here and have a portal to anywhere.
All right, first we need the footage we're gonna use. We love going to stock photo and video sites. There's also digital decorating sites. We will have links to all the things we recommend in the description below.
So once you have all your footage together, we're basically going to combine a bunch of things at once, which is called compositing, into a single video. To do that, we're going to put different videos on what are called layers. So the very top layer is the snow and the energy ring here. Those are kind of the main front of the portal, or the foreground. In the middle, we've got our Santa animation. And then in the background, we've got an image of our snowy wonderland, as well as some snow animations that are just kind of looping over and over again. So you can see how we can take a bunch of different assets and just combine them all and create a pretty cool effect. When you're layering a bunch of videos together, you want to use videos that have transparency. Just like a GIF or a PNG for images, there are videos that have what's called alpha channels, and it makes them transparent. And that's why we can put a bunch of videos on top of each other and have them all kind of blend. If there's no transparency, there are some other tricks you can use, like for example, that's what green screening is. You can color out the green and you can use just kind of the masked out parts. The easiest way to do it is to find videos that have transparency. Another cool trick we use a lot for this is what's called masking. So if we look on the video right here, we're looking at the wormhole layer, and the wormhole is only appearing inside of this swirling, color ring. And we do that with this circular mask. If I turn it off, you can see that it actually takes up the whole frame, but we only want to show this one little part, so we can create a mask to just show that. You can even animate that mask so that it grows with the growing energy ring. That's how you can kind of create these weird shapes and have them all blend together. The last thing we want to do before we export it is we're actually going to rotate the video back to like a normal sideways horizontal. Most projectors are not going to want to play a vertical video, so it's actually easier for us to play the video sideways and then rotate the projector itself instead of trying to play a sideways video.
So how do we get the projector to stay sideways? We build a stand.
Our video is vertical, so our projector needs to be vertical, but how do we get it to stay this way without falling over? Well, in the past, we've literally just used bricks and gone like that. And honestly, this works totally fine. But if you're looking for a more elegant solution, look no further than a few pieces of scrap plywood. We're gonna take some scrap like this, we're gonna screw them together and make a little stand. That looks like this. It's literally just a U shape of scrap plywood. We didn't even cut these pieces. And what you can do is take your projector and slide it in so it looks something like that. Now this is going to be specific to whatever projector you're using, but what you want to try to do is leave access to your buttons and to your focus ring, and then you can build your stand any way you need. Super simple to build, does not need to be complicated. Now in order to actually set this up, we have to bring it outside, but it is still daytime, so while we wait for night, we're going to go decorate our portal.
So we've got our portal into place, and now let's talk about projection materials. Now what we're using is Atmos FX's Illusion material. And this is really cool because at nighttime, you can actually see through it. So it creates the illusion of an empty doorway until the projection happens. You can see here that it's just kind of a stretchy fabric, semi-transparent. You can go to the fabric store and find something pretty similar, or you could even use something like a frosted shower curtain, but it's not gonna have the illusion that it's see-through at night. So we literally duct tape the material to a bar. Now this is some metal that we had upcycled, but you could easily use a piece of wood and just drill a couple of holes on either end of it. And then we used just a big old nail and put it into the foam. And that secures it really well. And at the bottom, again, duct taped it to a bar and wrapped it a couple times. And we're using our trusty bricks to weigh it down. It's time to decorate our stone portal so it doesn't look like just this imposing stone monolith. So we're gonna make it festive with greenery and trees and sparkly things. To hang the garland on our portal, we didn't want to put screws into it or anything because we want it to be easily removable. So we made these little nifty things. It's just wire and it comes up and around and the garland hooks on there and seems to work pretty well. We did 3 of them, one for the center and then one for each side.
Okay, it's dark enough now to set up the projector. So the portal's right there and the projector is right here in our new stand. And I would say it's about 15 or 16 feet back. And basically what we gotta do is just kind of turn it and aim it at the portal. So what I'm going for is to get this little thing here right in the center, right about there. That's gonna be the exact center of my video. And then if your projector has a focus, you wanna play with that until that is right in focus, which that looks pretty good. Okay, the projector's set up, the portal is decorated, our video is done. I think it's finally time to get our media player, plug it in, and see this thing live. If you want to see more detail about how to build your own stone portal for Halloween or for Christmas, check out the video right there.
And if you like what you saw, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, stay wicked.